Hey guys, how are you? Cameron here. Today what we're doing is we're making aioli. Now if you're like me and you eat chips, the first sauce you ask for with it is aioli. Aioli is a garlic mayonnaise and I'm going to show you how to make that here. It's so easy and simple, you'll be surprised. All you need is some garlic, Dijon mustard, 2 eggs, some vinegar, some vegetable oil, salt and pepper, a bowl and a whisk. Now, first thing we do is we separate our eggs into yolks and whites. And the yolks will be the base for the sauce, and the whites we just discard. Easiest way to separate an egg is to crack it open, and you can just slowly pour the yolk back between the shells until you're left with nothing but yolk. Come on. This is a very vigilant egg white. There we go. Number 2. So yolks in the bowl. Next up, 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard, 1 tablespoon of white vinegar, and then for the fun part, some garlic. Now what I've done is I've roasted some garlic in the oven. I roast it whole in the skin, and then I'm just going to chop that up nice and finely and put it through. As usual, never ever use jarred garlic. That stuff is imported, it's disgusting, and it's bulked out with onions. So there was recently a story getting around on Facebook about this jar of garlic someone bought that was made with 70% Australian ingredients and 30% imported. And someone took it upon himself to call up and ask what the 70% import of, what the 70% local ingredients were and what the 30% imported were. Turns out the 70% local ingredients was the brine that it was stored in. So, yeah. So I'm just going to add my garlic to the bowl there. I'm going to give this all a mix. So you can see here we've got this dark coloured yolk and mustard mix. And then from here, all we have to do is we need to add our oil slowly, similar to the hollandaise video that you would have seen. And the egg yolk slowly absorbs the oil and it turns into what is called an emulsification. The best way to do this is to get a tea towel, grab the 2 corners, roll it up tight, make a little circle and tie a little granny knot, sit your bowl inside that, and that way you'll see if I'm here like this, my bowl's moving around, whereas if I've got my bowl sitting in this, it's not going to move, I don't have to hold it, and then I can just easily add the oil with this hand. And so you really want to make sure you add the oil slowly, because if you don't add the oil slowly, what will happen is the yolks won't have the ability to absorb the oil and you'll end up with a split sauce. You can do this in a food processor. The only thing is you've got to watch out when using food processors, because what can happen is they can hold heat in them, and when it holds heat it causes it to split. You can see I've added about half my oil there now, and what you can see is that it's starting to turn a lighter colour, and this is just going to continue to get lighter and lighter, and eventually it will be white. Doesn't matter how slow you're going, so long as you're adding the oil. It's better to go too slow than too fast because you do not want to split it. So I've added my oil. You can see it's gone pale. You can see it's also very thick. So all I like to do now, just add a little bit of water. Be careful, make sure you add it slowly because you don't want to add too much. And this will just thin it out just a little bit. And just make it a better consistency. And last but not least, always important, salt, pepper, so have a taste, make sure that it's seasoned right. And what you've got there is a beautiful garlic aioli. So this is one of my favorite sauces. It's awesome. It's going to go awesome with chips, on burgers, sandwiches, anything. You can use it as a sauce for potato salads. That's one of my favorite things to do. There you go.